Well, for more on this, we can cross now to Jerusalem to speak with France 24's Iris Makler. Iris, what more can you tell us about what's been happening at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound this Sunday?
I can tell you that, in fact, it's tens of thousands of Muslim worshippers, and that this is a clash built on the fact that there are these two religious holidays, as you mentioned, falling on the same day. And what we see now is the fact that the Israelis did not say immediately that they would close the site to Jewish worshippers, which is the practice. And they did not do it. It's the practice on the Muslim holidays. They didn't do that. Proactively, the Waqf, which is the Muslim organization that controls the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, closed all the mosques in Jerusalem. And what that meant was that the only place for Muslims to pray today was at Al-Aqsa. So they came in their tens of thousands at the same time as Jewish activists are calling. There is a specific group of Jewish activists who want to return to what they call the Temple Mount, to what Palestinians call the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So you see this brewing conflict about to happen. And then this morning, the Israeli police said, right, well, none of these Jewish activists will go up to the Temple Mount. But by that stage, it was in the air. The two groups were looking at one another, and you could feel something about to happen, and it did explode. It's not the largest set of protests and clashes we have seen, but I think the Israeli police thought that they were going to head this off, and they failed to. And as you know, it's an incredibly volatile site. It can go from 0 to 100 just like that, and inevitably that leads to injuries and sometimes also to casualties.
Now, this isn't an isolated event. In recent days, we've seen a small spike in tensions between Israel and the Palestinians.
That's right, we have a small but significant spike. I'm not sure all the events are connected, but we have seen within the past 48 hours, actually, maybe 72 hours, we've seen the stabbing of a Jewish seminary student who lived in the West Bank just outside his seminary. We've seen two sets of attacks, according to Israeli military, coming in from Gaza. And in both those instances, very heavily armed militants were attacked by the Israelis in turn and killed. So we've seen 5 armed Palestinians killed on the border in Gaza over the past 48 hours. We've seen Israeli police arresting the unit that stabbed the Israeli seminary student. And we've seen all this just at these two festivals. And I have to say the Israeli election, I think, does play into it too, because you've got right-wing government wanting to be re-elected and wanting to show how forceful it is. So all of these things together, I think, were cause or are behind this spike in tensions.
Iris Makler in Jerusalem, thank you very much.